So Epic Games alumni Mike Seavers, will join Web3 giant Yuga Labs as their CTO. The former executive vice president of development is said to be an integral part in building out the games, experiences, and entertainment that they want to do in the Other Side universe. I spoke to CEO Daniel Allegre this morning on First Mover. He's super excited to have another person from Web2 Gaming join him over at Yuga Labs. Zach, I'm going to toss this one off to you. What do you make of this? A bunch of Web2 gaming execs coming over to Web3 gaming, building the future?
Like, I guess it's kind of like bullish for Web3 gaming at face value, but then again, maybe not. You know, we've seen this play out with these crypto hiring cycles where like people from TradFi start flooding into the crypto world, and it doesn't always sort of level up the performance of those companies. I think sometimes we assume that these are going to be like game changers for these firms to bring on this type of talent, when often it's sort of those more like Web3 native, crypto native, G-Gen types who get these brands into the world in the first place. So I guess I'd put the question back to you, like, why is Yuga so excited about this hire? Like, what about this particular person's set of experiences can really make Web3 gaming click in a way that we haven't seen to date?
Yeah, so I asked Daniel Allegre a similar question this morning, and I phrased it in a way that like Web3 gaming is really tough right now, right? There's a lot of issues for game developers when it comes to interoperability, SDKs, wallets. It's just tough to build and tough to play. And his hope was that this new CTO is going to be able to address some of those issues. I don't know how though, if he's been developing in Web 2, right? So I guess time will tell. I think for me, when I think about Web 2 gaming executives come
like, we need more emphasis on the game and less on the file. So I will say that thesis, I think, does hold true when you talk to people in Web3 gaming. So maybe from that perspective, it makes sense that you get someone who can get like good games into the world, and then you kind of figure out the financial back end at some future point.
So I think one of the problems that we see in like the crypto industry, and when I say crypto, I mean Web3. To me, it's all together, but it's like our industry moves so fast. Like, this. And in the gaming industry, it takes time to build a good game. And I feel like we kind of forget about that. And then we hear these great partnerships, everybody gets super excited, and they expect something to be built like a week after this person has been hired. And again, you guys, like gaming, like making quality games takes time. Plus you're gonna have to take that Web 2 aspect, make a great game with it, and then kind of integrate Web 3 or integrate crypto, however it is that they're doing it, and make sure that it makes sense. And then on top of it, if we're integrating like cryptocurrencies to these games, along with NFTs, we have to deal with the tokenomics as far as economics go. And I know a lot of the people that have released games in the Web3 space, like the last couple of years, they are now kind of having to scale back a bit and say, you know what, we made a mistake. We have to hire these economics to, to make sure that everything on the token part works properly and that the games are actually sustainable. So again, still early. Just be patient.
I gotta be careful what I'm gonna say, because Yuga Labs will sue you faster than you can say Bored Ape Yacht Club, and I'm not really sure where I want to go with this one. I think I'm with Zach in that translating across different industries, whether it be Web3, Web 2, TradFi, crypto, doesn't always make sense. And in this case, what Yuga Labs sort of has done here with its decision to go from NFTs into gaming might make sense on paper, but the translation would be pretty difficult to land, right? A lot of these firms have failed to do so. Most of the GameFi stuff to date has just been Ponzonomics that have ended up bankrupting people or completely sputtering out. And to Yuga Labs, I mean, the stuff they've made isn't really in my own personal taste. So I don't know if I want to play the game. That being said, Epic is an interesting company. They're in this ongoing dispute with Apple, which is definitely more of like a Web3 thing, right? They want to have like open access to the internet. They want anyone to be able to play their game. They want to take all the revenue. Apple's been taking a lot of the revenue. And I think there's like some points that we can kind of pull on and say like there might be some symmetries here. Overall though, not a huge fan. Zach?
Yeah, well, time will tell. Am I right? Time will.
That's
tell.
my line.
Gotta see. Yeah, that's a safe.
will
That's a safe harbor.
But maybe we just
journalistic
need another
conversation.
crypto phone to come out, like the other 300 million that have failed in the last run.
Oh, Saga phone.
I should also probably disclose, I work for a Web3 gaming DAO, so I'm naturally optimistic.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Theater.
Let's just
Well.
hope this is better than like the Eminem Snoop Dogg video they did for the Super
Oh,
Bowl.
you know what?
That was awful.
You're such an old man over there.
Yeah, for
That
a
was
young
awful.
person, you really hate a lot about pop culture.
Yeah.